Hi, hello everyone. Oh my god, I haven't filmed in absolute ages and I even forgot how to do it. But welcome back for those who watch me, because most likely the people who know me will watch this video. I didn't film anything for a long time and oh my god, I'm so happy to film something. Today I'd like to share some life updates with you, and that is that I moved to the Netherlands. Yeah, that was quite unexpected, to be honest, but it is what it is. So, as you know, I used to live in Ireland for 6 years. I got my Irish citizenship. Then I moved back to my home country, to Moldova, where I spent 3 years. And recently I moved to the Netherlands. Yeah, so that is going to be like an international experience, which I have, and hopefully somehow this international experience will benefit me, maybe. Let's see, we'll see, I don't know. And in this video, I'd like to tell you more about different phases in my life, how it feels to move from Ireland to Moldova, then move again from Moldova to the West. So yeah, it's quite a challenging thing to do, but I know that many people might be in the same situation and you might be interested to listening to somebody's experience. So let me tell you a little bit about my move to the Netherlands, then how I felt actually living in Moldova, because I know there are loads of people from Moldova, from Romania, who are living abroad and they think about getting back to their home country, and how it felt and why I decided to actually go back to the Netherlands. So I moved to the Netherlands because I got a job offer and I decided that it is going to be a great opportunity for me to develop my skills, to develop my experience, to grow my network, to get a professional development, and of course to travel. I want to travel as much as possible in my 20s because I really want to remember my 20s as some interesting years of my life. You know, I don't want them to be boring and I don't want to be just like staying at home. This is what I've been doing lately. I've been working a lot, I've been trying to travel, so I'm trying to go to a new city or a new town in the Netherlands every single week. And sometimes it can be a bit challenging because the trains get cancelled, but it is what it is. I'm trying to enjoy my time here. And yeah, the move honestly wasn't as easy as I expected it to be, but honestly it wasn't as difficult because I already have some experience in moving. So once you know how it feels to move abroad, once you know how to build your support system again, it gets easier and easier every single time. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you too much about the Netherlands. I've been here for like a bit over a month, but I want to tell you a bit about how I felt living in Moldova, in my home country, because I'm sure that many of you might be interested in how it feels to actually go back home, because many people are debating right now to go back home or to stay in the countries where they are right now. I loved living in Moldova. And I do see my life there in Moldova. I love my home country. It's developing. It has a lot of issues, but also it's developing because a lot of our people travel abroad and they bring a lot of cool things back into our country, which is an amazing thing. I loved the weather. I loved the food. My family is there, and of course I see my life in Moldova as my base country, but it is very important to travel abroad, you know, because when I used to live just like in Moldova, I honestly felt stuck, and I really don't like feeling stuck. I like feeling this freedom that I can go anywhere, I can do whatever I want to do, I can be free to move throughout the world, and I have a network in this world. I didn't like just being there. I liked living in Moldova as in my main country, but also traveling abroad. There are loads of internal problems, and for example, I don't want my children to go to a Moldovan university. I don't have children yet, but if I have them, I would not recommend them to go to a Moldovan university. I would insist that they go and study abroad because corruption and a lot of other underdeveloped things do not allow people to develop very well, but schools are fine, food is great, and like growing up and living in Moldova is quite a great thing to do. But again, university and studying should definitely be done abroad until the university gets changed in Moldova. Anyways, that's just a separate topic, but getting back to me and how I felt in Moldova. So yeah, I loved pretty much everything, except the fact that I didn't like working in Moldova. Yeah, I do not recommend anyone who is ambitious, who has studied abroad, who has work experience in a big multinational company to work in a Moldovan company, because they do lack a lot of soft skills. Yeah, so you can feel that those companies are underdeveloped. They can do some really cool things, but the way they behave, the way they manage companies are really underdeveloped. Those ways are really underdeveloped. And the people who manage companies right now in Moldova, they are in their 30s, in their 40s, yes, in their 50s. And those are like Soviet people, yes, who have a specific way of behaving in a company. And we, younger people, we don't like those ways of behaving in a company, yes. And basically, yeah, if you did some cool things in life, try to avoid working for a Moldovan company. I would strongly advise against working in a Moldovan company. I struggled a lot with my mental health in them, and my mental health got worse and worse and worse because I was really pushed in that company. I didn't get any benefits. I didn't get a decent salary for what I was doing. So that was something that pushed me to get out of a Moldovan company and to search for a company in the West or in the US where I can work with educated people, with people who have proper soft skills. A little disclaimer, I don't want to say that in Moldova people are not educated or they're bad. Some of them were absolutely amazing, and I will definitely keep talking to them my whole life. But in general, people still lack those soft skills and they lack a specific professionalism. So honestly, I would avoid working there. So if you work there, you better get in the company with nepotism and you basically stay in a C-level position where you do nothing and other people work for you. But if you want to be like an ordinary employee, I do not recommend to do it. So it's best to look for foreign companies. That's why I understood that I need to look to work in a foreign company. So guys, I decided to film from a park. I came to Eindhoven today. It's a lovely, beautiful town. It's the 5th biggest city in the Netherlands. Honestly, it's very nice. And Philips, do you know Philips, the company which makes lights, light bulbs? Yeah, basically this company was born in Eindhoven. And yeah, I just enjoyed walking around, and especially walking around the technical university in Eindhoven. So cool, like the campus is stunning, and like imagine the people who actually study here. Whoa, that should be a very cool university experience. Yeah, sorry, I'm just talking here and people walk in front of me. But I decided to continue from the nature because I want to enjoy this beautiful autumn. Look at this beautiful blue sky. Ooh, so lovely and sunny and amazing. So let me continue. I told you about how I moved to the Netherlands. I told you about how I felt working in Moldova and living in Moldova. And now I want to tell you what I miss from Ireland. And what I miss is I miss myself. I miss the way I was. I was very, very open, chatty. I was so ambitious. I was so motivated. I felt that I can achieve anything in this world, and I felt very light. And basically, that's something that I miss very much. After Ireland, I moved to Moldova, and I faced the harsh reality. And this harsh reality made me become a harsher person. Like, for example, in Ireland, I was supported by like some random people. Like seriously, like some people would offer, like some just people who had no idea who I was. They gave me different kind of chances. They helped me. They were like so lovely and so nice to me. And of course, I was very open, you know. But then I moved to Moldova and I met people who were kind of like harsh to me. And it's so weird to me that on the other side of the continent, strangers gave me chances and supported me. And back in my home country, like my own co-nationals, they kind of like tried to put me down. And yeah, it's not a nice thing, to be honest. And that's why I had to become harsher. In Ireland, I was really motivated to open up, to find my best self, to find the best traits that I have in myself. And in Moldova, for some reason, I was motivated to find the worst traits that I have in myself. I don't want to say that every single person was bad and harsh or anything like this, but this is what I understood, that for some reason in the places where I was, like in the job where I used to work, I actually had to find the worst traces in myself, and I honestly had no idea that I can be so harsh. I had no idea that I can be so mad. And yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy how it works. Like, I have no idea how it works, and how some strangers like support me and offer me amazing chances, and then in my home country I get to discover my worst self. So yeah, that was the case. But on the other hand, that's some experience which I have in life, and of course going forward I'll be looking for better places, for better people, and so on and so forth. So yeah, but I do miss myself very much. I don't regret moving out of Ireland, to be honest, because I actually want to live in a better weather. Like, good weather is really important and is life-changing, and I really want to live in a better weather. I do feel much better emotionally when I live in a better weather, and I can get out and I can walk and enjoy myself. That's very important for me. But I do miss myself from Ireland very much, and I'm so thankful to those people from the other side of the continent who supported me. Yeah, no, it is what it is, guys. And you know, when you have a great attitude towards yourself, when you know that in the world you can have a beautiful attitude towards yourself, then you'll continue looking for a place where you will have this good attitude. You know, it's like being in a healthy and toxic relationship. When you are in a healthy relationship or in a healthy job, you think that all your next relationships are going to be better and healthier and more amazing. Same with a healthy job. You think that your next jobs will be even better and with more benefits. And when you are in a toxic job or in a toxic relationship, you have the feeling that every single job or every single relationship which is going to come after that are going to be even worse and even more toxic, and you get even more sad. Yeah, that's interesting how it works. And yeah, I'm very thankful for my job at Samsung in Ireland. I absolutely loved it, and it's my benchmark for amazing jobs. Like, for example, I know that a job can be amazing. I know that a job can be great. I know that colleagues can be supportive. And now I will keep looking for a place which is going to be at least as amazing as my job at Samsung, for example. And I know that people can be supportive. People can motivate you to find your best self. And I will continue looking and only accepting people in my life who are motivating me to look for my best self. And of course, I will be supporting them and motivating myself in return. So it's good to have those high standards of relationships, of jobs. It means that you will not accept anything less than that. You might have less than that, but you'll continue looking until you find something at least as good as it was. I do miss myself very much, but at the same time, all the situations which I had after I left Ireland made me, yes, they definitely made me harsher, but also they made me think ahead. They made me understand that it's important to build relationships with the right people. Made me understand that there are things which I have to appreciate in life much more, and I shouldn't take them for granted, because a good relationship, a good job is amazing, but these things shouldn't be taken for granted, that's for sure. That's definitely something that this experience has taught me. Yeah. I cannot say that I regret things, because there is no point in regretting anything, but I miss certain things, and they help me set a standard for myself, a benchmark, and going forward I'll be looking for those standards, at least those standards. Guys, if you live in the Netherlands, reach out to me, please. I'd love to meet you, and I would actually be very, very interested to see you and meet you and have a conversation with you. Would be very happy to enlarge my network here. I'll tell you a bit about myself. So I work as a project manager in a fintech company. So maybe somebody might be interested in exchanging some professional experience of course, we know about the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement, but anything that can be discussed, sharing some experiences and so on and so forth, I would be very happy to meet up. And that's my plan, to enlarge my professional experience and to work on developing my Cultures Change program. You might probably know that I created my Cultures Change program, where we study English with native speakers and we learn soft skills, we learn communication skills, cross-cultural skills. So check out my program. I'll leave the link to my Instagram and to my program's Instagram in the description to this video. And if you want to improve your English, if you want to improve your soft skills, if you want to be able to work in a multinational and international company, then my Cultures Change program is definitely for you. Thank you for watching. I'm very happy to have you here today, and I don't know if I'm gonna have much time and much energy filming, but I will try to film a bit more as long as I'm here in the Netherlands, and I hope to get to meet some of you. Please get in touch via Instagram, and I'll see you hopefully in one of my next videos. And I won't be focusing probably on filming about some specific country anymore, because in that case I'll have to be blocked and stuck into that country. But what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to focus on self-development content, of course, to promote my Cultures Change program. Thank you, guys. Let me know if you actually made certain choices in life and you missed something from that, or maybe something happened to you in life and it helped you raise your life standards. Maybe a great job, some great people, an amazing relationship, like a friendship or a personal relationship. So let me know. I'm actually very curious if I'm not alone. Cool. Let me walk in Eindhoven and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day, as long as it's daytime, and I'll hopefully see you in one of my next videos.